Our heroes have got to check in with their favorite fucked up bunny boy. Because they miss him. We all miss him. I'm sure he's doing well. Do your studying and get studied on this week's episode of Mercenaries in Retrograde.
We can start with Irvin conversations. I don't know if you guys want to do it together or separate.
We can do it together.
Are you sure about that?
Why wouldn't I be?
Simmon has things to say, and I don't know if Algernon should hear them.
I'm sorry?
But yeah, let's do the call together.
Yeah, we can do one together, and then you can do a secret call later.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is happening? What the fuck is happening?
Don't worry about it. You don't know anything. Algernon is just a little guy.
Yeah, you guys are gonna call him together. Yeah, what time do you call him? Like midday?
Yeah.
I was gonna say probably more like 2-3-ish.
That is midday.
Midday.
Oh. I was thinking exactly at noon.
Okay, Mr. Autism.
Please,
No, that's
Mr.
his
Autism was my
father.
father.
Sorry, Celeste, your dad's names are now Mr. and Mr. Autism.
Oh my god! Honestly, that makes sense.
It does. But yeah, you guys, you call him up. It's about midday. It takes a few seconds, but he picks up. And he's like, hello?
Hi there.
Hi, Irvin.
Hello to the two of you. What have you been up to?
Fun things in the forest. Missing time. You know, did you get all the statue pictures I sent you?
I did get all the statue
Isn't
pictures.
it so cool?
It is very cool. I'm actually surprised you were able to get that close.
I know, there was no one around to stop me.
Well, I'm glad that it didn't lead to an arrest of some sort.
I'm glad too. That would suck real bad.
I'm also glad.
You said you're losing time?
Oh, yeah. We lost a little bit of time.
Okay. I
We
feel
were
like this
in
has happened multiple times. Are you?
Yeah,
Did you know this time that the time was gonna be weird?
yeah.
Okay.
This time
Yeah.
At least you were informed.
Mhm.
I have some stuff for you guys. I've been doing some more research into the prophecy. Specifically like the stuff that's like proper nouns and stuff.
Oh,
If you'd like some insights. I don't know
Yes,
if
absolutely.
yeah.
Just-
No, I am never opposed to insights.
just because I said these words doesn't mean that I know what they mean, but I can try my best to figure that out. So just kind of going down the lines, there's a few words that are just like capitalized, which are the proper nouns. So I think it's closer to, yeah, like towards the bottom, the gift, the hopeless, the chosen. Most likely it's the three of you. I feel like that's
Yeah.
pretty
Mm-hmm.
obvious. I don't know which one is what, but those are proper nouns. Also, the unsavable is also a proper noun.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is. It could be the Shadowfell, maybe,
That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
since they are very like wrapped up in
That
this.
is
But
true.
it could also be the mother. That one I'm less sure about, but like she's dead, so I suppose she would
Mhm.
also be unsavable.
Unsavable, yeah.
But it could also just be someone you have yet to meet. I'm not quite sure about that one. That one has been putting question marks up in my brain, but I think leaving it open, but also maybe thinking it could be the Shadowfell is a good idea, just through the context of the prophecy that we have been given. Also, the Courts is capitalized, which is pretty well known to also be in reference to the Fae Court. If you guys didn't notice that. Obviously, the city blessed by winds is no doubt.
Mythalon. Yeah.
Yeah. We figured that one out real quick.
Yes, but the thing that confuses me is the sea is also capitalized.
Are there people living down there?
Not to anyone's knowledge.
What could they have perhaps to
Is there
know.
something like hell down there?
What?
or like a lost civilization? Like I'm not saying Atlantis could be real, but you never know.
Wait, what the fuck is Atlantis?
Oh, you never heard of Atlantis?
Is that a Mythalon thing?
It is a Mythalon thing. It could be referring to people that live there, but it could also, this one I'm kind of just like throwing spaghetti. But it could also be in reference to the astral sea,
Ooh,
which is a little bit.
that's so ominous. Not sure.
That's
I
not
like
great.
That. Not sure I like that. Hey,
I don't really like
that.
that, Irvin.
I'm sorry, I didn't. Again, I said these words,
No.
but I did not write them. I do not have control of a fate.
Nah.
Yeah, no, of course not. I'm just.
It would
Blame
just
you for saying words.
It's one thing to consider my homeland being yeeted into the ocean. It's another thing to imagine it being sucked through a
Yeeted.
portal into another dimension.
Into the astral sea, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's concerning, but it also falls in line with the rest of the prophecy, which kind of is a lot of
A lot of planes.
ley line and planar.
Planar.
Is there an astral plane ley line god?
Yeah, it's not really a heavily studied. Roll a history check.
I was about to ask if I could do that.
Can I roll a history check as well? It's not going to be good, but that's cocked. Ooh. Ooh. Never mind. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Algernon knows things?
19.
Hot dog. I think also a 19.
What the fuck?
Wait, no, I'm sorry. 21.
Okay, well, not all of us can be Simmon.
not all of us can have a
have
PhD.
gone to college and studied this.
No.
Since you got your degree and you know every fucking thing.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say Algernon, since you didn't study this, you rolled pretty high. So like you know it's real. You just don't really know much about it besides that it sure does exist.
It sure does exist, and it's big and scary.
Yeah, Simmon, with the 21, the astral sea is kind of like space in a sense. It is what exists outside of the planarverse. So like the spaces in between the planes, if you're not going through the ley lines, you're going through the astral sea.
Oh shit.
So it's like it's
Oh no.
yeah. It's basically space.
Oh no.
They're gonna shove Mythalon in the crack between my bed and the wall.
I was gonna say Mythalon's getting fucking voided.
That too.
Yeah, so that's
Mythalon is going to see the Hat Man.
Mythalon is gonna take 4 Benadryl.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's
Mythalon's
like,
gonna pop 4 Benadryl and see the Hat Man. The Hat Man being whatever the BVG is.
Yes, I did say 21.
yeah. So you don't. The astral sea is not very studied just because it is like all the planes are dangerous, but that's like the null. Like that's the space that nobody goes. They're like we don't even know if things live out there. So it's not very studied.
We haven't had this astral sea race yet.
No.
Oh God.
No,
Sorry.
fantasy Russia and fantasy America aren't. Yeah, so it could be that, but that would be very concerning, and I really hope it's not that, and rather is just the ocean. Another thing that was a proper noun was the loom.
Oh yeah.
Which I just assume is fate. Yeah.
Yeah, like weave.
Yeah, it's more of like a reference to the spiritual concept of fate than like an actual object. And then something that just caught my eye is that there's a reference to the child, but it is not a proper noun.
Oh yeah. I think that's also the Shadowfell, which is why I'm still like suspicious about the unsavable one, because I
The
know like for
unsavable.
sure that the not capitalized child is the Shadowfell,
Okay.
or it could be Maria.
I was thinking that it could also be if the unsavable is so if the unsavable is the Shadowfell, then this is probably not the Shadowfell, which is why I wasn't sure. But it could also be Sylvia and Silas, the gods, because they are the children of the mother, and they are scattered pieces of the mother. But I don't know if that's anything. It could be nothing. I think that is something that we should try and figure out who the unsavable is and who the child is, because I think that would make our jobs a lot easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I've been up to. Just hitting the books, the usual.
Well, thank you for that.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate you. We like having our little guy in the chair.
We do love our guy in the chair.
I enjoy sitting.
Other than working, how you been? You taking care of yourself?
Yeah.
Yes.
Insight check.
I don't need to do an insight check. I don't need to do an insight check.
I was gonna say I don't need to, but I rolled a 19 anyways.
A 19, you say?
Yeah.
Hard to read.
Simmon. I don't believe that. With love and light, nerd to nerd.
I'm all right. I'm all right.
Have you eaten today?
Yes,
Did you eat yesterday?
I think so.
What did you eat?
Probably a carrot.
And only a singular carrot? Urban.
No, probably like
Urban.
a handful of carrots.
Urban.
That's still not enough.
Urban. You're gonna get so many deficiencies. What about your iron levels?
I don't think that really matters.
I think it does.
I don't have.
I agree.
My body isn't built like yours.
What are you made with all due respect, what are you made of? I mean, I knew you were made, but I think I've just been stuck on the Frankenstein. What are you?
I'm sorry. The what? The what's
The
it?
Frankenstein.
Thank you.
Sorry.
I'm in the middle of trying to figure that out specifically. I've been in contact with the head of the House of Opal.
Yeah, we know him.
Yeah, he knows a lot about magics and specifically old magic, so I've just kind of, just been seeing what he could find out. I think we're still trying to figure it out, but we are coming to the conclusion that I might be made out of the same stuff that the outside of the statues are made out of.
Oh, I'm sorry. Irvin, for your reference, Simmon is making the most shocked and excitable face you have
Yeah,
ever seen in your entire life.
Shut up! No one asked you.
Well, I'm sorry. From Irvin's end, the line just went dead.
No, I mean it's all right. I mean, I guess it's cool. I am technically.
That's really cool. You're so cool. Wait a minute.
That is really cool, though.
That's so cool. You're so cool. Did you know that?
I mean, you continuously tell me it, so I guess.
'Cause you're just so neat to me and so cool, and I like you a lot.
Thank you. I like you too. But I am technically a relic of the war, so like that's also a thing that
You're
exists.
so old.
Yeah,
Haha.
I don't want to think about that because I don't have memory.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Yeah, that is.
Now that I know things again, I'm gonna start looking into your memory thing.
Well, you don't have to take time away from saving the world for that. I'm sure Audie will have thoughts, since he's been kind of,
Artie, who the fuck's Artie?
the head of the House of Opal.
The head of the
Oh.
house, of buddy.
Audie McAllister? I thought you guys were friends. I thought you knew each other.
Well, apparently I know Artie. I don't know about Simmon. I think the memory Simmon might have traded instead of the wing might have been of Artie.
You're not Irvin.
No, it's okay. They have a lot of names. It's hard to keep them all on track.
I'm so silly right now.
You are.
It feels it's only been a couple hours, maybe even a day, but it feels like it's been months.
Sometimes that just happens. Especially when you get time taken away from you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
for
really
sure, for
happens
real,
to the
dude.
best of us.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all that's kind of been going on here. If you have any other things you'd like me to look into, I'll gladly do it.
Let me look at my handy dandy notebook. I have elemental planes written down. Maybe that.
It's like the whole of the elemental planes. Or like
Yeah, there's nothing else here. There's nothing else here. It just says elemental planes.
All right. If you have, shoot me a text if you come up with anything more specific, because there is 4 of them.
Yeah.
The line above it doesn't help anything else because it says it's Algernon's fault.
But it isn't my fault. Yeah, so might all be my fault.
What's all your fault? Please elaborate.
Okay. I can elaborate. This I do know. So when we were going into the forest, to rescue Algernon's sister, and I got to rifle through her paperwork and her notes, and she had been tracking down Algernon and his little fae friend, and the fluctuations in the whole planiverse because of that weird little fae doing fucky wucky things. And at least the instability that has to do with the Feywild, that's a lot. Many signs point to Algernon.
Well,
And thus
I don't-
the instability of pretty much everything else.
I don't know if it's fair to put the whole blame on you. You are not the Fae that caused the problem.
This is true. This is correct.
You are the victim here. You do understand that, Algernon.
Oh no, I understand. I also need to go to therapy though.
But yeah, don't put that. I mean, there could be like correlation, but you're probably not the only person the Fae
I
had.
know
to
this
deal
one.
with. Yeah, I mean, I don't have much else to say on that. Do you want me to look into the Feywild as well? If you got that handled.
I think we
No,
have
I
the
think we
farewell.
got that one. Yeah.
I think we
No,
have
I
the
think
farewell.
we got that one. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you want to look into the elemental planes, since I have it written down, I don't remember why. I feel like that would be a good idea. Maybe there's something that we should know about.
All right, I will do some looking. I do know that Methalon is on the elemental planes ley line. If that
Maybe that's why I wrote it down. I bet that's why.
all right, I will look into the connections between Methalon and the elemental.
You're so loved and appreciated.
Thank
Did you know that?
Yes, you tell me it all the time.
Good.
Because you are.
I don't remember the last time we talked to you. Did you hear about the dragons on the moon?
No, I don't think I did. What are you talking about?
There are dragons on the moon.
We met a man on a train, and he told us that there's dragons on the moon.
Oh, well, that's very fun.
His name was Avery.
Specifically dragons on the moon's moon.
Dragons on the
The
moon.
moon.
Yeah, the moon. Moon has dragons, and they're shooting stars. Dragon's breath, and it's so cool. And meteors are dragon eggs, and that's how dragons come to Earth.
I suppose that does make a lick of sense, because the goddess of the moon child, the moon, is also related to dragons. So
Exactly.
It all comes
it
full
all
circle.
comes together. Have you guys? I know you guys are planning on going to hell. Have you checked in with Celestia at all?
We don't have a connection to Celestia, so
No,
not really.
no, we do.
Oh yeah, huh? Yeah, we should.
Yeah. That's my whole mother.
Leave me alone.
Well, that's just something that because we're dealing with hell rising or whatever the fuck that means. But we haven't counted Celestia falling. So
yeah.
that is
I'll
something
check
I
in
want.
with my mom.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. All right, I think I've given you all that I have. If you'd like to stay on the line for any other reason, I can stay for the next hour or so. But otherwise,
Yeah, I don't really got anything more.
all right. Well, I will talk to you guys soon. Good luck if I don't speak to you before you go to hell.
We miss you though.
Yeah.
Well, I miss you guys too. I was gonna say something and then it left. Oh, I will let you know if I get any prophecies.
Oh, thank you. That would be really, really nice and
Yeah.
appreciated.
I'm sure if you guys start to fix the problem, I'll probably get a new one, but I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Do your can you avoid your prophecies? Or can they change?
Well, it's prophecies aren't it's written in law because I said it sort of deal. It's more like this from the path that we are taking at the moment. This is the most likely outcome. In a way, that's why prophets are kind of there so that people can hear it and do something about it before, bad things happen. But that doesn't necessarily mean that if you guys fix the problem now, that this one instance of fixing what's happening in hell is going to fix the entire prophecy.
Yeah.
And it also doesn't mean that if you do fix it with going to hell, it doesn't mean that I will get a new one necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of arbitrary.
Yeah. I was just curious.
But yeah, if you guys don't have anything else to say, he's going.
Well,
to
I
take
do,
you
but
down.
I need Algernon to not be in the room.
Yeah.
I'm
You can
scared.
call him back at another
Okay.
time.
Yeah, I need to call my mom anyways.
Yeah, you should go call your mom.
Yeah, I'm gonna say goodbye. I'm gonna blow little kissies, and then I'm gonna go call my mom.
Hell yeah! And you stay on the line. Is there something else you want to discuss?
I mean, yeah, a little bit. I didn't want Algernon to hear. I don't want to worry him. I feel like I've done enough of that.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I'll be honest. I withheld some information myself.
Well, maybe this can be our secret sharing time.
What's on your mind?
It's pretty heavy. Are you prepared?
I am willingly letting myself get experimented on.
You're
I'm
what?
prepared. I am willingly letting myself get experimented on.
Ooh. Okay, well, yeah, you're going first now, buddy. But yeah, say more on that.
Well, in order to understand my inner workings, I'm letting Artie McAllister experiment on me.
Dad, how are you with that? How is that? How are you?
I mean, I'm fine. We've been kind of approaching it as a unit rather than
Okay.
as a test subject, but I am an antique magical
Okay, but
artifact.
are you still being treated humanely? You're not in a cage, right?
No, I'm not in a cage.
Okay. I don't know. I just gotta cover all the bases.
We're working together on this project
Okay.
rather than experimentation is the correct word, but it sounds scarier when you just say it like that. I'm sorry to scare you.
No, it's all right. I'm not super duper scared.
Which is why I didn't say it in front of Algernon, because I feel like
Oh yeah,
that's
that's
it a little bit.
yeah, sure.
But yeah, I can't. I've given the heads of the houses now know the prophecy as well, because I gave that over, and I also gave over the documents that you had given me that I can't read over, because we actually started to realize, I don't remember if we came to this conclusion as well as last time, but I am physically unable to read them.
That's interesting.
So he's been kind of decoding that and using that knowledge to kind of guide his way through my inner workings.
And where are you right now?
I'm still in Amisteria. I'm in the Opal district still.
That's right. I forgot that's where we dropped you off.
Yeah, no, I've been actually staying in the house of Opal.
Oh, that's nice. How is it?
It's nice. I talked to Honey Lynn a few times. Just keeping contact with her to make sure she's all right and all that. But it is. I mean, this is the best place I've lived in a hot minute. I've lived mostly in apartments and tents as I've been doing research and guest lecturing and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a nice little place that I'm not used to stuff like this.
You deserve good stuff.
Thank you. I don't know if that's true, but
I think it's true. Even if you've done bad things, you're not a bad person.
I hope.
I think so.
Yeah, we've from the experiments we've gotten pretty much. The technology that's in Renaissance, stuff like that, like the up and coming stuff, like the computers and stuff like that. I am like a magical computer, and my hard drive of memory has been constantly destroyed.
Oh! Okay. Can we take your memory hard drive out and blow a little dust off of it and put it back in?
Well, it's not necessary. It's more like it keeps on like factory resetting.
Oh.
It has been factory reset many times.
That's so peculiar. Do you think is someone physically going in there and do that? Do you have a virus? Is there a virus inside you?
I don't know if this. I didn't think of that possibility. But I think somebody. I don't know why I would be doing that to myself.
Well, I can think of a reason.
Elaborate?
Well, I don't remember if you remember. I don't know if you remember this, but when I was looking into modified memory, there is a phenomenon where some wizards and modified memory having folks tend to delete the can use it to delete the memory. So if they do a really bad thing, so they can carry on with living.
Oh, well, maybe I did then.
There are some signs that you may not have done good things, but you are a good person. You just have done some not good things. And I think that's okay, because sometimes you gotta do not good things in life.
Yeah, maybe so. That's pretty much all my stuff. What are you hiding?
I don't feel totally connected to my body, and I don't know how to feel about that.
Oh, yeah.
I've always kind of been fucked up in that sort of way, and it came out as like me, being so reckless and silly and goofy. And I think now that I am connected to the Shadowfell and being worshipped as some sort of heroic figure by people infected by the Shadowfell, and also have died, it's not great. It's not great. I don't feel great.
I don't have many words of wisdom, but I have never felt connected to my body.
Mm-hmm. Like it's weird. It's just a
it's weird
sack.
when there's a purpose put upon you and not a purpose you have found for yourself. It makes you feel like they're just puppeteers.
Yeah.
You don't even, and if you don't do what they want you to do, then you'll get in trouble.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No.
But yeah, I mean, it's hard.
It is. I'm with you. You see why I couldn't say that to Algie?
Yeah, he would.
Did I tell you about the me remembering? Oh yeah, you got
Yes.
pictures of me.
Yes.
Yeah. That freaked him out, and I didn't know how to say, "Oh, it's not that I'm just reckless and silly and goofy. I just generally didn't think about it because this body isn't mine."
I wish I could say that I probably wouldn't do the same, but
You
if
knew
it was
you would.
if it was my leg for information, then I would just get rid of my leg.
Mm-hmm. You can get a new one. See,
Exactly. But it's not this is not a healthy thing to think, but
No,
it
it's
is
not.
the way we think.
It is exactly.
Which is why we both should go to therapy, I think.
Probably. I know I should. We have a couple days of downtime. I might.
Yeah. I mean,
I told Augie I would.
it'd be a good idea.
Mm-hmm. Between your weird experiment, and you should also do the therapy.
Yeah, what therapist do I go to be like, I am thousands of years old and have only like 20-ish years of memory, and also I might have killed people, and also
I don't know.
I was made to exist as only one function, but I have more functions now and I don't know how to handle that.
There's gotta be therapists that specialize in adventurers, or maybe you can find some kind of immortal therapist. I don't know.
Maybe I'll look into it. But I don't think I have many words of wisdom because I still don't know how to handle it myself.
Yeah,
but
maybe.
if you do just want to talk about it, I at least understand what you're going through.
Yeah, I think talking about it helps.
I think
we don't need to have words of wisdom for each other, but I think being there for each other is good.
We're not here to be wise, we're here to be smart.
Exactly!
I do enjoy our talks, Simmon. You make me feel like I'm normal.
You make me feel like I'm normal too.
That's good.
I rarely do. I don't think I ever have until I got in this party, and then even then I was just like, oh, I'm the party, but I think you make me feel properly not weird.
We're both
like
weird enough that it kind of cancels out.
Exactly. I like that in a man.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
All right. How was you and Algernon then?
Good.
That's good.
Yeah, we've had a couple dates, and got him flowers and a cheesy hat.
That's fun. I'm glad you guys have been taking some time for yourself as well throughout all of this.
Yeah, we take care of each other and check in on each other. It's good.
That's good.
that he makes sure I don't destroy myself, and I make sure he doesn't destroy himself.
I mean, that's good as anything.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
And
It's weird being alone again without you guys, because I didn't really have friends before, and then you guys are doing cool, important stuff.
you're doing cool, important stuff too.
I mean, I know I'm doing the research and all
Mhm.
that to help you, but also I am at a desk in the
I wish you-
comfort of my
I
own
wish you were
room.
here too.
Yeah, but I shouldn't leave the plane. I don't think that would be good.
No. What if you explode?
It's highly likely.
But I said that as a joke. When you mean it's highly likely.
Well, we're still, doing stuff. But I don't know if I would explode, perhaps, but I do. My magic and my internal magics are very tied to the mother herself, which is this plane. Which means if I were to step off of this plane, I could just stop working.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, that does make sense. That's I will. Yeah,
Yeah.
don't be a Mythalon if it gets thrown into the astral sea.
Well, I'm planning on staying here for the time being
I like you here
because it's safe.
because it's where I am, and I wish I was with you. I'm talking and rambling.
Yeah, I can tell that didn't really make much sense because you're
No,
not
it didn't.
here.
I know I'm not, but I wish I was. Hold on, I just learned a new spell. I think I can. Hold on, I got an idea. Oh God, we bought a little guy for him, didn't we? From Hop and
Yes.
Skip, we bought him something.
Yes.
Yes, you did.
We're gonna pretend that Algernon has at some point given it to me.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I still have it, though.
You can just send it after the call.
I know I can't. Okay, yeah, I'll just send it after the call. I have an idea, and
Okay.
you're gonna like it. I promise. I will. You'll be receiving something later.
This sounds like a threat, but I will trust you.
It's not a threat, I promise.
All right. Well, I do have to be going.
Okay.
Unless you have anything else you'd like to.
There's always a lot that I want to say to you, but I will let you go.
All right. Don't be a stranger.
I would never. I won't be a stranger to you. I like you.
I like when you're not a stranger to me. 'Cause then
But
at
do you
least
like me?
I do like you. Why would I be talking to you if I didn't like you?
I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, I like that you're not a stranger to me. Then it makes me feel normal. I do have
Yeah.
to go.
I'll
but
let you go.
Please be safe.
You too.
If you're gonna do something reckless with your body, think about me doing that reckless thing to my body, and then don't
Okay.
do it.
Okay, you know what? Same goes for you, bucko.
Okay.
This is our pact. It's been written in blood.
All right. I don't have blood.
My blood and your bits. I suppose. No. I hang up.
You hang up to him just like he doesn't laugh, but he's full body laughing at your bits.
Jesus fucking Christ.
My favorite everlasting goof is Simmon saying something wild on the phone and then just hanging up.
Yeah.
Usually they'll call back, but Urban will let you go on this.
It works like 50-50 at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Tell you now, you call your mom, there's no answer.
Oh no.
She's dead.
Can I call my dad?
Sure.
Is there an answer?
Yeah, he answers.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, kid, what's up?
You know if Mom's okay?
Yes?
Okay. I just
Why?
called her and there was no answer and I got...
Oh, well, she's not on the plane.
That makes sense.
All right, is all you need it?
Yeah.
All right.
Love
Bye.
you.
Love you too.
Call me when she's on the plane.
Okay. Weird request.
I have questions for her about Celestia.
Of course you do. All right, bye. He hangs up.
Yeah.
You're not gonna ask where she is or what she's doing, you dumb fuck?
He said she wasn't on the plane.
You
Ask
can
her
infer
questions
she's
about
in Celestia.
Yeah, I was like, that just means she's in Celestia.
Yeah. And he doesn't know
Also,
what
I don't
she's
think
doing.
he would know what she was doing.
That's her business. He doesn't care.
He's like, that's my wife, and I love her.
She's a big, powerful wife.
Exactly.
But yeah. And then we got your wing for the last thing we got before we can go to hell.
Oh my god.
Hi!
Yeah. You go to Ollie's workshop, and as you get there, you see that like he's in the middle of like the doors are like not like closed, like they're open, so like you can see him. And it looks like he's just finishing up with Scone inside it.
Pretty handy there, huh? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I guess so. And she kind of like waves with her new hand.
Got a real handle on the situation. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna need you to stop making hand puns. My
Okay,
God.
I'm done now.
And you see, like they're just like she's like doing like motor functions. So like she's been like basically doing physical therapy with these new hands to get used to them. But like you see Ollie's like putting away like some clay or whatever they were using. And he turns to you. It's like, I'm so excited to install this new wig. I think you're gonna love it. Yeah. Yeah, and he's like, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go into the back to go grab it. So you are left alone with Scone for a little bit if you want to talk.
Hey!
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, all things considering.
You're just really cool and knowledgeable, is my thought, and I think you're really cool. And I was just wondering if I could pick your brain a little.
I mean, sure.
So yeah, I was just kind of wondering, like, you look like I'm not gonna lie, I did read like all of your notes.
Okay.
I was just wondering about how you went about getting all this information about the Fae and like what you know in your dome that I might not have picked up on because it was like 2 a.m. when I was reading.
Yeah, no, I mean, I guess we'll start off where it kind of all started. I was kidnapped by the Fae when I was a child.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't know if kidnap is the correct word. I think my mother might have given me away, but I'm not sure. That's what kind of like sparked me looking into the Feywild more once I got back here. But having been in the Feywild a majority of my early years, it kind of made me Fey touched in a way. That's kind of how I have magic. I'm not a warlock of the sorts, more so that like I have innate magic and I honed towards divination. But I was specifically looking at Omsi because he took me.
So he's the one that kidnapped you?
One who took me, and then Monten Faye rescued me, which is why I was keeping track of him because, you know, all the connections and stuff. So when I saw it, Algernon have connections, I need to keep an eye on that. Yeah, that's pretty much where a lot of that research stems.
Yeah, that makes sense. What's the Feywild like? I'm just, you don't have to answer that. I'm just curious.
I mean, it is very there are a lot of plants that you think shouldn't be able to do stuff, and then they sprout from the ground and start walking.
Ah!
Um,
Fun!
the Feywild is like expect the unexpected of the planes. If you
Mhm.
expect something to happen, it won't.
Mhm.
And something else even more crazily will happen. I
Mhm.
luckily, I was kidnapped, but I was luckily in a place that was highly curated, so I didn't run into too many difficulties as a child.
Mhm.
Probably because I was kept as a pet. I really don't know what his intention. But,
Creepy. Little
yeah,
mouse.
no. And yeah, I mean, it's very magical. Like, magical presence in Feywild is like triple what it is
Mhm.
like here, which is why it impacted my magic as well.
Mhm. Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, I'd honestly, that's why I kind of study it. I would like to go back with knowledge now, and not as a prisoner, but you know, that's safe, especially since I've already been to it.
Well, if you ever go, I would love to go.
Do you study the Feywild, or is this thinking about?
I'm just thinking about it. Do you think I would explode? I'm connected to the Shadowfell. Because then they're kind of opposites.
Huh. Interesting question.
Yeah, like, do you know anything about like that? So
I mean,
I imagine in studying the Feywild, you've also gotten whiffs of the discombobulation in the Shadowfell.
yeah, they used to be like kind of one thing, and then they separated different
Mhm.
things. I've never been around before they were separated. But I think it would. I don't think you would explode. I do think it would be an interesting bodily experience because
Interesting.
the magics are like opposites of each other.
hmm
So it would be like if you took like what's the analogy I'm trying to go for here? It's like when you like try and mix an organic solvent and an aqueous solvent.
hmm
They kind of just like sit on each other.
Yeah. I would just kind of be floating. In
So
there.
I don't know if you would like.
Would I just stop?
That's the interesting thing is I feel like I don't think you would stop, but I think you would lose your connection to the Shadowfell until you leave again.
Oh.
But I'm not sure because we haven't really dealt with interplanar magics in that way because they are also connected in the sense that like they kind of like. It's so complicated. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. Continue.
In normal words.
Say it in weird words.
It's almost like when things get too dark in the Feywild, they shift being in the Shadowfell.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if things turn from less of the more like chaotic whimsy that the Feywild possesses, and more of like a darker tone, then you are shunted to the Shadowfell. So, like, due to the separation, it makes both sides even more different, and as time goes on they become more different until I suppose in the future they might just fully disconnect in some sort of way, but this is way in the future.
I need you to know I'm just writing planar speciation in my notes.
Exactly, it's exactly that. We still don't really like we're still like trying to figure out what the catalyst to the differentiation between the two of them was. But yeah, that's kind of what I've dedicated my life to.
Okay. Follow-up question.
Yeah.
So I would imagine, have you looked at all into figuring out how to like reorder the planes, like put them back into balance?
No, not necessarily. I think it's one of those things where we're past the point of that. We need to find the new order that they should be in and help guide them that way. Like the mother's not coming back. So we have to figure out a way to make things, because right now they're not ideal. Like there's a lot of like it used to be kind of more of like an equilibrium. It's not in the equilibrium anymore. So we don't really know how to fix that. We don't even know if we can fix that as more something like that.
Okay.
The gods have to deal with.
Okay. Cool.
I feel like
have a cult.
Huh? Elaborate.
So with the Shadowfell being the way that it is, there's a bunch of people that are sick right now, and they believe that I'm their savior. So I kind of just have a cult of personality, I suppose, and they think I'm gonna make them better. And if I can't fix the Shadowfell because it's missing all its bits and pieces that's scattered all over this plane in the universe, if I can put that back together, I don't know what's gonna happen.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to throw that all on.
I mean, it's fine. I just can't help you.
Yeah, no, that's fine. You don't need to.
As far as the Shadowfell is a little bit different, considering it's been tampered with for so long. Yeah, I it's not my specialty. I have to do it that much, but I do know that it had been. How do I phrase it? It's like when we have like a mineral deposit and we're like, let's just take all the minerals that we can from this, and then forget that like there's stuff that exists around the minerals. And so when you keep taking the resource, it depletes the resource. That's kind of the situation we have going on with the shadow. Is somebody was using it and didn't take into account that the energy goes somewhere and came from somewhere. So that place is suffering. And the fact that we have introduced, toxins into our plane, that has also affected us.
Fantastic. This is very insightful. Thank you very much for this information. Oh wait, I have one last thing. The prophecy.
Yes.
I have the whole thing here if you want to read it. And if you want to offer the things that stick out to you that might not have stuck out to me based off of your knowledge.
Yeah, sure. I'll take a look at it.
I hand it over because I imagine I have it written down somewhere.
Yeah. She takes out her journal and is like, "Oh fuck, I can't write with a pen yet," and summons her mage hand to write for her. And she just kind of writes down the rest of the prophecy. Yeah, she circles the line, the scatter the child shall wail for one who will never answer. That's reading as the Shadowfell to me.
That's what I thought. Oh, okay, fantastic. Okay, so if that's the Shadowfell, what are your thoughts on the unsavable? Do you have thoughts on the unsavable?
I don't. I can do some more digging through my divination magics. That's what will help you with that. If you haven't figured out the one who will never answer, I'm gonna put my money on that being the mother.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So, don't think the unsavable is the Shadowfell though, because it's not a doomed plane right now. It's not doing great, but it's not doomed. I imagine it to be, well, considering, right, we got the gift, the hopeless, the chosen, and then things that you have to do. Mend what has been shattered, which is probably related to the Shadowfell, question mark, unless you know anything else.
No, I was assuming the Shadowfell.
And then save the unsavable. I'll put my money on that it's a pro.
I'm zooming out the camera a minute. Simmon has a thought. He really doesn't want to say it out loud though.
I think we're all thinking the same thing.
He thinks the unsavable is Irvin.
Yeah.
I've been thinking.
Oh yeah, for sure. Algernon didn't know how to.
We're not gonna talk about it.
Algernon didn't know how to bring it up in that conversation.
Oh,
so
you
he
didn't, Simmon?
didn't.
Yeah, no, Simmons just like, if I write it down and I pass the note to Algernon, is that gonna freak him out? Do I do that?
No, Algernon's like, I put the pieces together, but I don't think Simmon has, but I don't want to say it in front of Irvin.
Simmons been thinking it. Simmons been thinking it.
We've all been thinking it.
We've all been thinking it. So glad.
We're all just gonna sit down for drinks and then be like,
God.
Irvin's the unsavable, isn't he?
So we're all in agreement. Yeah, and with that, Ollie comes back out with the wing. It's wrapped up in like a nice like leather pouch. And then Scone says her goodbyes to you.
I say goodbye.
Yeah, good luck with everything, I guess.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Good luck with you as well.
I'm not going to hell. Like,
Well, yeah, but you're gonna be doing things and stuff, I presume.
oh yeah, I guess. Writing papers. Yeah, and she makes her leave.